Good evening, and welcome to another edition of Tell the Truth and Shame the Devil. I'm Jennings Bernard, your host. You know what we do here. We talk business, legal, social, whatever affects you, we talk about it right here on Tell the Truth and Shame the Devil. Good evening. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. We do appreciate you tuning in each and every day, Monday through Friday, from 5 to 6 p.m. We appreciate you. We want you, if you will, please, sir, please, ma'am, if you would subscribe to this program by pushing, the button, subscribe, and then hit the like, and we really do appreciate you. So many of you are doing that for us, and we are grateful and we are thankful for you doing that. And you know, we got the website, and we got also on YouTube as well as X. All of it is MemphisRealTalk.com. MemphisRealTalk.com. That can be looked up with that name for the website as well as YouTube and Spotify and X. We're going to just combine them all together, and I'm researching and reading more and more about how to do that. And that being that all of those platforms, once we come on with Facebook, we will also be live on those other platforms. We're looking into that. Uh, we may have to do something else to really get there. Appreciative of those who have helped me to do what we do. But see, I'm the type of person that when I get to a certain level, I want to go to the next level. And it's all about you. Well, what do you think? I want to hear from you all today. Y'all hear from me. President of these United States of America, whether you like these United States of America, duly elected. Some will say no, some say yeah, but the bottom line, he is occupying the White House. President Trump, just like when Barack Obama won, there was people who didn't like the fact that Obama won the election. They came up with all kinds of excuses to believe that the election was stolen. The same thing with Donald Trump. But the bottom line, it is not about the individual. And I want y'all to hear this. It's not about the individual, it's about the office that they were duly elected to be in. Now, we politicians in Memphis, and I was sitting there listening news, Channel 3 at 3 before I came on to talk to you guys, listening to Paul Young and the weak story. I almost said something else that he gave, and they asked, "Why wasn't you at the round table?" And his response, "How weak can you be?" Well, I had a previous appointment. When he said that, I couldn't do nothing but laugh because you got to understand whether you like the President of the United States of America, whether you like him or you don't like him, he holds the United States of America in his hand and in the power if Congress don't step in. He holds the power. He holds the opportunity to give you aid or not to give it to you. He holds the power. So when you have your hand, well, I say your head in the lion's mouth, you don't jerk it off because they'll bite it off. You kind of ease it out slowly, and you still may get it bit off, but you don't antagonize, and that's the way I look at it. The man, the president of the United States, is Donald Trump. The office should be respected, no matter who's in there. It should be respected. There's some things that I've seen I don't like, but then there's some things that I do like. And when we get back to these snakes that will lie to you, see, it's better for Paul Young to tell you a lie than to tell you the truth. What is it? And the reason, see, let me say this. The reason I said that Paul Young may have had an appointment with someone else, but the bottom line is the man who runs this country, the office that runs this country, came to this house, the house that we call Memphis, Tennessee. You have the right to protest. You have the right to uh, hold rallies in support or non-support. But it comes down to it, and this is what want people to understand. We must respect the house, that whoever is in there control your living. Because certain things can be done to take away whatever you're doing or whatever you have, whether it be a job or whatever, that house that we call the White House and who's in there can control a lot of things. Now, to me, I think it was disrespectful of Paul Young to say that he had something else to do. Now, think about that. You had something else to do. You said you were going to sit with people to watch the round table, the roundhouse, or whatever they wanted to call it, this interview. And you got the President of the United States of America in your house. Paul Young runs the house that we call Memphis, Tennessee. You put him in there. But every day now I hear you and you saying that you second guess yourself as it relates to putting Paul Young as the head of this house that we call Memphis, Tennessee. And then I listened to a portion of the interview that the news people was asking him as it relates to the crime. And he had the audacity, Paul Young, to say that they had brought down crime 40% before the Safe Task Force got here. Now, see, certain things you ought to know better, but some people will support a lie. See, some people would rather hear a well dressed up lie than the naked truth. See, I'm about the truth. I'm about speaking truth to power. I've been telling you, I'm telling you again, that something is going to come out of that forensic audit. So don't be surprised. But what you do and what you hear, you need to stand up, go to the poll, and vote these clowns out of office. I'm going to continue to say that because it's true. These clowns that call themselves leaders in this town, from City Hall to the county mayor's office to the county commission to the city council, all they are is a bunch of clowns. And the school board got to go to Nashville and justify before the committee what's going on with the school board and that board. We know what's going to happen. They're going to take it over. And they're going to take it over because you gave them enough rope to hang yourself. And I say that school board, every one of them that's on that committee. Some say, well, I wasn't on it when this happened, but you voted to get rid of Dr. Fagan, so you just as guilty. And I think that's going to be one of the turning points when they have an forensic audit. How is it that you can take her out of office in 9 months and you got Roderick Richmond in the office and nothing has changed. Well, we'll see what they say when they go. Either I think it was tomorrow or today they had to go there. Uh, but we'll see what they say. But just be prepared. Don't be shocked. All the protesting. And guess what? The lawyers that filed the lawsuit on behalf of the city and the county against the state of Tennessee. Did you know they get paid about $365 an hour or more of your tax dollars? So what did Paul Young, what did Lee Harris do? They did not spend that money out of their pocket. Guess who pocket that they took the money from to go with a lawsuit to make you think, oh, I'm doing the right thing, to make you believe, oh, we're going to raise sand. Don't fall for that, ladies and gentlemen. Don't fall for them abusing you, taking your tax dollars and playing with it. And don't be surprised when they start doing these audits under one administration to another that they're going to find out that has been some maladministration, that must have been a misappropriation of funds. I really do believe that because 6 million and 8 million to look into a forensic audit, that's a lot of money to come back and they said they didn't find nothing. But I believe they're gonna find a whole lot of stuff because of the crookedness that exists in the leadership, previous and present administration. So you are guilty when you see something wrong and you do nothing about it, and you've been elected in a position and you know that you got a deficit over here, but you tap dance all around it and never address it, you are just as bad as the person or persons who implemented the theft. And that's all it is. If you look at it, it's a deficit, but it's a theft because nobody tells us where the money went and who got the money. You got a comptroller in the city of Memphis. He or she's supposed to be watching the money. But if they can just say, as a comptroller, oh, we just got a deficit, well, tell the people where a deficit and where did it go. You know, I used to, when I pastored, I used to have the first of each month, on that first Sunday, you would have a sheet that tells you everything we did, all the bills we paid, where did the money go to, and who got the money, whether it was employees or whether we had repairs that needed to be done to the air conditioning, whether the vans need a tune-up. All of that was in a printout each and every month. That's the way I ran business. And that's the way I took care of business. And that's the way any businessman, and you got to understand, church is a business. You're supposed to be in the business of saving souls and uh, am I my brother's keeper, sister's keeper? Yes. But that's a business. It's a business of saving soul and salvation. So you have to do things to help your brother. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, you are. But when you sit at the top of the church and you cannot produce a budget and where the money went, something is wrong with your leadership. And I go back to the same thing. When any mayor or individual elected, they have the obligation to tell you where your money is going and who got your money. Only in Memphis, Tennessee, do we play game with taxpayers' money. We just turn our heads to something that we know was wrong, whether it was the previous administration or the present, administration and you don't address it, you caught up in the game. And the game is being played on the taxpayers, ladies and gentlemen, you and I. And as long as they don't address it, we don't have the fortitude to say, where's our money going? They come up to you, they'll put something in front of you, an administration, and they say, this is what happened. They'll say to you that we broke. And nobody asks the question, why are we broke? What did you do? They go and get projects instead of slowing down on the project they put on the table to spend the money so they can beg you for more money for their new project. Everybody wants their name on the building. The waste of money, the biggest waste of money that I pass by. I mean, you know those little gold and black signs that got preacher's name on it, honorary sign. Those signs back in the day, when I looked into it, it was like $250. $250 for a black and yellow sign to say, this is Reverend so and so Boulevard, which mean nothing. It was just a way to pay off people who help politicians. And I see them every day as I pass by the street. Unless that sign is green and white, unless that sign says G.E. Patterson Street, Boulevard, or whatever you want to call it, that is a legitimate sign. That is a legitimate street that you can put on a letter and send it to G.E. Patterson Boulevard. That is the street when it's green and white. But these gold and black is nothing but smoke being blowed up, you know what, because people want to be important. How much would all of those $250 signs back in the day, they may be more now, but they're buying them not with their money. They're buying it with your money to please, to swell up individual head to make them feel like they're important. And all we look outside of our churches, the street down there, and see that black and gold. You get people to come to your church and they look up and say, boy, you doing something. They got your name up in lights, which does not mean a thing. How many people could be fed by the city, the county, with those 250? I'm going to have to find out what those signs called now. Everybody wants their name up in light and trying to be a big shot. The, the only light that I would ever want mine is the light that shines on me. You know the song? Shine on me, let the light from the lighthouse shine on me. That's all I want to do because while I sit here and talk to you about things that are going on in your life, I have people all the time. It really doesn't bother me, but I have people all the time. Somebody asks me, but now why are you so mean? Why you talk about everybody? The people I'm talking about right now are the people who you elected and put in office and haven't done a blank thing for you. And you want to know why you shouldn't elect it and you get upset when I tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And when I said tell the truth and shame the devil, see, let me tell you who the devils are. The devils are the people that you put in office, that they swore that they would take care of you, and they never do. Now, see, if you live in any area, and I keep saying it in your area look like garbage, I'm talking about potholes. I ran into so many potholes this morning. I had to go downtown and I came through Orange Mountain up on Southern where the old fairground. Go over there and see how many potholes that you got over there. Go over in North Memphis and see how many potholes you got. And I would actually be ashamed to say that I represent North Memphis or South Memphis and look at how those two communities look. You don't care about meaning the elected officials. See, it ought to already be known to you. You ought to already know that I don't need to vote for these individuals that represent me because I look in my community and I see what a mess it is. But yet they'll come to you, they'll swear, lie, and make promises they know they're not going to keep. The only thing is important to them is direct deposit. And you allow them to get away with it because you don't ask the question. They come and put smoke in front of your face. They want to cloud your judgment. They say things nice and convince you to vote for me again. For what? Why you want our vote when our community look like it does? What is wrong with people who sit back, know the truth, see the truth, but still get hoodwinked, bamboozled, and ran amok because they want to be important? Ladies and gentlemen, everybody that's an elected official in the city of Memphis ought to be ashamed of themselves, how they have neglected the people who they swore to protect and serve. Paul Young would tell you, and y'all knew how bad it was. Come on now, open up your eyes. You knew how bad it was before the Safe Task Force come in. Now, whether you like Donald Trump or not, and you're mad because of the Safe Task Force him, but I say to you, every one of you that's protesting the fact that the Safe Task Force is here, what would you be saying if it had been a member of your family that was shot and killed? You would be crying. You would be saying, we need more of the task force here, but you're just doing it because it hasn't happened to you. And let me put this on it, yet. The way the city is and the weakness of the city. I saw videos of gang members on YouTube saying, at night we run Memphis. Politicians don't run Memphis. We run Memphis with their guns and their 9mm and AK-47. They said, we run this town. And as you look at it and think about it and what's happening in this city, they damn near right. Because we have too weak of individuals who won't accept the fact that they are not leaders. They want to play with you. They want to make you think that they're doing a good job. It ticks me off that they can play with you and you say absolutely nothing and you know it. And you drive down the street this evening, you're going to hit a bump. You're going to see holes in the street and you're going to say some words that you shouldn't say. You're going to curse. And then you're going to say, these so-called leaders or whatever you want to call them, and some of them may not call them leaders. You may call them a son of, you may call them another name. And you will ask yourself, when are they going to fix these streets? And you're going to get mad. Become election day, you won't do anything by the right thing because they're going to tell you with a ballot. They're going to be out there pimping you with the ballots. The people who pushing the ballots are getting paid. They will love when election time comes because they're going to get people out there to push a ballot. And see, anytime you take one of those ballots It says to me, you too lazy to think for yourself. Now, if you need a ballot to help the elderly and you tell them what it is, that's one thing. But if you are a grown person and that you have sense, I know some of us don't have common sense, but common sense would tell me, and I do it all the time. I go down, interview people, I talk to people in regard to what are you going to do? Now you understand now the promises that you are making, I'm gonna hold you to it. Now you get in the office and you don't do what you say you're gonna do, I'm gonna tell the people that listen to me. And I'm gonna put the information out there that the people that are going from one position to the other, they're making fools out of you. They made being a politician a livelihood. Some have been up there for 20 or 30 years and you haven't seen anything in that period of time that have made you and your life better. But you keep doing the same old thing over and over again. Joyce, good evening, good afternoon. We appreciate you tuning in as always. And yes, sometimes, Joyce, I get to the point that it really ticks me off that how simple minded we are as elected officials. Now, we know that certain people I'm bringing to you, and I say to you that I bring them on here. If they don't, they come on here, I want you to give them consideration because I'm going to ask the question. I'm going to hold them accountable when they come here. We got Fred Tappan will be coming, Dr. Fred Tappan, running for school board, district seat. A lot of you know Dr. Tappan. He's a man of the word. He stands on the truth, and I can bear witness to that. He's running for District 6 on the school board. I think he would be a great asset to the school board because he care about people, but most of all, he care about our children. You can call him up at any time and he'll be there and see if he can help you. Those are the type of people we need. On Thursday, we got Joseph Lee, former administration under the Harrington administration, former Memphis Light, Gas, and Water CEO, working now in the what we call the treasurer or the bank for county government. Virginia Newman is not running, but Joseph Lee, we talked. He want to come on and talk to you on Thursday. Why he said that he has the experience to come to you and ask you for your support. He's been around for many years in many appointed positions, and he led them well. You want somebody that know how to lead and trust your money to your tax money. He's running for the position to be able to take care of your money as a trustee. And then finally, we have on Friday a candidate that want to be your next sheriff, Michael Poe. He is a lieutenant with the Shelby County Sheriff's Department. We worked together for many years, but he saw me at the sheriff debate, walked up to me and said, Janice, I want to come on this show. I want to talk to the people. He listened to this program. He's a concern. I saw him as a lieutenant that did a great job as it relates to leadership in the sheriff department. There's some I've asked to come and they keep saying they want to come, but then to me, when a man don't stand by his word, I don't want him in as the sheriff. But when a man walks up to me and say, listen, I got the credential, I want to come on the show and talk to you, your people that listen to you. Those are the people that I would love for you to give some kind of consideration to because they thought enough of you who listened to me, thought enough of me to ask to come on to the shows to talk to the people. And then there's a lot of people out there telling them, don't come on Bernard's show. Don't come on. People don't like you. But I get less than in a cracker box about whether you like me or not. I really don't. Y'all got to understand that in both the people who know me know that I don't care about what you think about me. I care about what I think of myself. And you won't walk up to me and say some of the things that you would say on this Facebook page to me. I know better that you wouldn't do it, and you know better because you may not like the result because that would be assault on me to come up and say some of the things that you would say on Facebook and I don't pay no attention. But when you come in my space, then it's a whole different story. And the result will not be favorable for you. So we have to get serious about what we are doing. And as long as we sit back and do nothing to make our life better, you know, it's funny sometimes when you think about it. If it wasn't so ridiculous, it would be funny that how we allow politicians to misuse us and we don't do anything about it. All right. All right, caller, you on the air. Caller, you on the air. Listen to me. Hello, how are you doing? I'm doing fine. How you doing, caller? All right, I'm Sister United States. Okay. And I was calling in reference to comment on the Shalandra Ford that you had her on the other day. Yes. Yeah, the other day. Yeah. So I was calling to give her credibility of her time in office 20 Okay. years ago. Okay. And I was calling to everything that she said and you said is good for her. She's a good person. Mm-hmm. First, she's a people person. Right. And she is credible. Whatever she says she's gonna do, she try to do. She's in the midst of us, the people, the citizens. She just don't say what she's gonna do and then push other people out to do it. She's right there herself. And the fraud alert that she created the fraud alert in 2018 because I signed up for it. Mm-hmm. And I signed up and I've got 3 alerts, but they wasn't directly for my house, but it alerted me that the fraud alert works. All right, do me a favor, ma'am. Turn your computer or whatever it is that you're getting that feedback. Okay, turn it down. Yeah, turn it down, and then okay. just talk to me in the phone. Okay. Oh, okay. It was on speaker. Okay, yeah, take it off now. Go ahead. Oh yeah, I just wanted to come in because I had 3 alerts already when I signed up for the fraud alert. Right. And I called the deeds office and they verified that it wasn't my house, but at least I got it and it was in reference to the fraud alert. And it's a good thing that she created that. Right. I've had people to say to me, matter of fact, I asked my wife, said, yeah, time it came out, I immediately signed us up because people are out there stealing people home, and especially when you're elderly and you don't have any family members to guide you, and the next thing you know, the sheriff's department is there to put you out of your home because somebody said, that's my house. Exactly. And And with that fraud alert, you can be alert. All you have to do is you came through my email 3 times, and all you have to do is call the D's office to verify is it true, is it your house or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. And people will do that. I mean, and what I like about Solanda Ford, what I like about it is that she took the time and went beyond duty to make sure that it is a felony. If you do that now, you could get anywhere from 2 to 5 years more. And people are doing that from out of town, and some people are doing it in town. But you got to sit back. You can sit back and plot how to take someone's home who they paid for all of those years and worked for it. You need to go to jail. If they used to say, they need to jack up the jail and throw you in it. Yeah. Because it's a problem. But I definitely appreciate you calling in and giving your support to Miss Ford. And we're gonna hope and we're gonna pray and we're gonna actually she get back in there to finish the job that she started. Yes, definitely. I appreciate you calling. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for calling. That All right. Bye bye. That's an individual that listened to the show and appreciated the information that Miss Ford has put into place. And the problem we have is Willie Brooks that's in there haven't did anything in regard to that office to help the people to protect their property. It's already done, but what do you do to add to what she's done? Nothing. So I'd rather have Miss Solanda Ford in there driving that office as opposed to an individual that's just getting by and want a paycheck, in my opinion. What do you say? You can talk about whatever you want to talk about. It's open conversation. But we was talking about how a lie is so easy to roll off of people's tongue. The leadership has gotten to the point it's better to tell you a well dressed up lie than the naked truth. Now, when you sit there tonight on the news at 5 or 6 or at 10 tonight, and you listen closely to what Paul Young is saying, and if you know better, and a lot of you do, I'm gonna post the link of that news conference when I get off, where they was interviewing him, and just listen to what he's saying. And the reason I can call someone a liar, I've been around politics. I've seen a lot of things happen under James Smith, Reverend Smith, and go back to others who stood on that uh, podium as a union leader or as a representative that really cared about you. But it's so obvious now that the people don't care anything about you. And I'm trying to stress to you that we need to clean up our act. And the only way we can clean up our act is getting rid of these folks that don't have your best interest in mind. And I say to you and I say to those individuals, stop running for office because you're going to mess up somewhere. Sooner or later, you'll mess up because you're going to do something that's going to cause you to be in jail. And I think, as I listened to Dr. Kenneth Whalen today on News at 3, and he predicted, he said that there may be some indictments coming down in regard to the forensic audit. And if not, it may be a situation where they go to looking at what this leadership, so-called leadership, has done and maybe some indictment of people. In other words, he said 2 things. It may be some indictment coming down for the mismanagement of money and funds, by the school board. And then he said, if it don't, it's going to be conversation about some of these folks who misappropriated the money will be indicted. And see, to me, I never want to see anybody in jail, but I want to see people do the right thing. But if you don't do the right thing, when you break the law, you got to accept the consequences. I've been in law enforcement for over almost 50 years in one shape, form, or the other. Law enforcement is in my brain. Do the right thing, and you won't have to worry about problems. But see, greed is a, you know what? Greed will make you do things that you know better not to do. If you work hard, you get out here. There's so many opportunities. People say, "Well, there's not opportunity." See, you focusing your mind in the wrong direction. I know plumbers who are millionaires. I've had conversation with them. I know electricians who have worked on my house that's got 6 or 7 trucks where they started out with a trade and now they're millionaires. And I've contributed to them being millionaires because I had work done here. This studio, this office that I had built, I had to get it wired and it cost a pretty good penny. So there's so many ways for you to make money, but you want it quick, fast, and in a hurry, and you really want it because you want to play with the folks. You want to convince them with a lie that I support you, I'm gonna do things right for you, but darn it, look at your community. And you know right now, whoever represents you in North and South Memphis and other areas, they lied to you. They have done nothing to help you out of your situation. And everybody said, well, the government don't supposed to do that. They said somewhere the government is for the people and by the people. If the government didn't help people, people would be starving. People couldn't feed themselves. People wouldn't have shelter. People couldn't dress them. There's some people. So the government is taking care of people with taxpayers' dollars. So why can't these individuals that you put into office do the right thing? All right, caller, you on that?
Oh yeah, I was just talking to you about Mr. Land before, and I forgot to say that. Make sure could you announce that everybody please go out and early vote.
Yeah.
The people that know her and know her credibility, please vote early, because you never know what's going to happen on the day of the election.
That's so true. That's so true. A lot of
Yeah.
people say, well, I just vote on election day and something comes up that
Exactly.
you can't get out to vote.
Mm-hmm.
I would encourage people to go early because I always do.
Exactly.
Because I don't want to wait to the last minute. I go
Yes.
and get in line, go in there, walk in there and take care of my business. And the people who are outside of the voting place, they know when they come up there. They say, "Oh, the hell, that's Reverend Bernard, or that's Bernard. You don't need to give him nothing because he always tell us who he's gonna vote for, so
Mm-hmm.
he don't need a ballot."
Right.
And that's the thing that people should
Do
do.
a little homework a little bit before you go.
Exactly, exactly. And I appreciate you calling back and stressing that point to vote early.
Exactly. Vote early, and then some people don't know that you can vote at any precinct early.
Yeah,
You don't have to go to your regular precinct. Just vote at any of them
right.
early.
Well, I usually go to the church, Ben Hooks former church, Middle Baptist. And
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
and I go there and do my voting there all the time because it's right around the corner from me. And I go in there, and a lot of people do vote early, but we want everybody to vote early.
Everybody to vote early, as early as you can, because we want her back in office. She needs to finish the work that she started. And
Yeah.
I believe she was a good person while she was there.
Mm.
And I believe she'll continue to be the good person in the D's office.
Well, she got my support, and I saw her and what she was doing when she was in office, and I was really kind of hurt that she didn't get reelected.
Exactly.
And these politicians that play the game with us seem to be reelected. See, I get ticked off when I see a politician. Just follow me for a minute. It was a school board member. They left the school board, went
They
to
just hopping
hopping around, then go to uh, city council.
around.
Some go from city council.
They
Uh,
fighting the money. They ain't fighting the citizen.
that's
They're not
exactly
doing.
that's exactly right.
Yeah.
All right, I appreciate you,
Thank you so much.
and thank you for calling.
All right.
Share this conversation with your friends and tell them to do the same. All right,
Okay. All right.
God bless. Take care.
Yeah, you too.
Bye. I'm Jennings Bernard. You're listening to Tell the Truth and Shame the Devil. Keep up, brother. Keep up. You know, we are in a situation in this city that we have to just step up. We have to keep up. As I said, comment. These are the worst politicians that ever you've seen locally. It's just a bad situation. Everybody know it. You hear me. You see what I'm saying. We are just like this comment made. When it comes to the politician, we are at the worst politician that we have ever seen in the city of Memphis. Politicians wasn't like what we got now. And then when they get there, they look like they lose their mind because they think they're bigger than the people who put them in office. But you have an obligation to step up. You have an obligation to get these people out of office. Retire them, send them home. Say, listen, we gave you the chance for 20 years. We're giving you the chance to do the right thing, but all you did was waited on a direct deposit. While some of us out here that can't even rub two nickels together, some of you out here that don't know where your next meal coming from, but you'll support that individual for the crumbs that will fall from the table of the people who paid them to hook wink you. Oh, you didn't know that? You didn't know that your politicians are taking contribution to hook-wink you, to bamboozle you. Oh, you see a politician getting 400,000 to run for county mayor, 300,000 to run for county mayor. That's coming from the people who want to control them so they can control you. See, nobody controls me. Nobody controls me. Only person I'm obligated to is the man upstairs. And that's who I answer to. I'm steadfast in what I believe, steadfast in what I do. If anybody tell you that I've done something that wasn't right to stand for you, you know that they're lying. Because I enjoy protecting and doing what I do. If I just thought for a minute, the people that I've helped to get jobs when they didn't have jobs, people that I've helped to get off drugs or whatever, during this situation that I had for 28 years as a probation officer. They understood that they had to do what I said do. I didn't play. Sometimes you have to show tough love, and I've done that. on behalf of getting those people help. That's what I'm all about. But that season has passed and gone now. I'm in a new season, and this new season is what I'm doing now. And I will stay in this season because the word need to be told to you. And the word is get up, learn who you're voting for, and go vote early and vote these people out of office. I'm going to bring people in. If they're willing to come in here, then you give them the consideration because they came to talk to you through this program. And I really do appreciate you tuning in and being a part of this program. We got to keep doing what we're doing. Always remember, and we got Dr. Frederick Tappan, who would be a great candidate for the school board. He will talk to you. I posted his video on my page. Go to it and listen to what he has to say. That's on Wednesday. On Thursday, Joseph Lee, and many of you know him. He's running for the treasurer of Shelby County to be able uh, to take care of your tax dollars. And he's qualified to do that. Also, we got Lieutenant Michael Poe, who's running for sheriff. Know him well. He's going to be here to talk to you as it relates to the jail and what he's going to do when you elect him as sheriff. And for those who said that you were coming by, you can still come by. But the bottom line is, he asked me, could he come and be on this program to talk to you? You take it for what it's worth. I'm Jennings Bernard. You've been listening to Tell the Truth and Shame the Devil. In the words of my grandmother, she used to always say, if it's the Lord's will and the creek don't rise, we'll see you on tomorrow. But remember what I said. Trust everyone, but do not trust the devil inside of them. God bless you all. Take care. Have a great evening.